I love movies about making movies, and this is now one of my favorites. Of all the incredible movie sets and productions you've been on, if they were going to make a movie about one of the makings of your movies, which one would be the best story?
I don't know, because nothing really extraordinary happens on a movie set. It's the most boring place in the world.
Which people would be surprised by, I think.
Yeah, and so and I haven't done anything where crazy stuff happened.
I refuse to believe that The Nutty Professor would not be a crazy set.
No, that would be so boring.
Would it really? Why?
Because that would just be like an actor sitting, talking to tennis balls. You know, and then between those scenes, going in the room and just sitting by itself.
I'd watch that movie. Obviously, one of the things I love about Rudy Ray Moore is that he was told no a million times, but never took no for an answer. I'm assuming to get to this point in your career, a lot of people probably had to have told you no. What was the most important no that you had to get over to get to this point in your life?
I never had a no's like that. I got in really easy. I remember when early in the early days, I was in a comedy club once, and Rodney Dangerfield was there. And he goes, hey, stay and watch my show. And he said, oh, all right, I'll watch the show. And I do my show, and afterwards he's like, hey, you know, you're cursing too much, and you do this and that. Where are you going to go with that? And I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. And then maybe 6 years later, I had gotten really successful, and I hadn't seen Rodney since then. And I was in a bathroom in Caesar's Palace, and at the urinal, and Rodney Danger walks next to me, looks at me, and I look at him, and he goes, hey, who knew?
Mr. Murphy, thank you so much. Guys, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jake.
I love movies about making movies, and this is now officially one of my all-time favorites. You guys have been in some of the most incredible movies and TV shows ever made. If they were to make a movie about a behind-the-scenes production of something you've been a part of, which would make the best movie?
Oh, which would make the best movie?
Well,
Wes,
I
Wes
could
has
start.
he's got so much to pick from.
Tu Wong Fu was.
Yes!
Yes! Tu Wong Fu.
Oh!
If they ever show the out clips and the outtakes from Tu Wong Fu, it'll have you hysterically laughing.
I mean,
on the
you
phone.
and
Bellyache,
yes. Please tell me on set it was as good as I wanted it to be.
So very funny. Very funny stuff that nobody has ever seen yet.
Wow.
In that movie. The timing and the play with all of us. Hilarious.
Because thinking of all the stuff that's on camera, I can't even imagine what's off camera.
I mean, no, I know we're talking about Dolemite, but there were times when people would actually chase John Leguizamo. They were like, hey. Oh, really? And he would get upset about it. He's like, yo, man, hey, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
I was like,
my legs don't look that good,
right? You got it, baby.
If you pick any given day on the set of Key and Peele, any given day, depending on the sketch, it would just be crew members running a half a mile so they couldn't be heard laughing, and me and Jordan just in a spot where you're like, okay, so we're just going to improvise the rest of this for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay,
cool, let's go.
I mean, if you could see, the other thing, if you could see in a movie in the editing bay where there are longer cuts of the sketches, it would blow your mind.
Please
like,
make that
wait
movie.
a minute,
That's
why
so
did they
fun.
take that out?
I want to say The Office, but then that'd be a TV show within a TV show within a TV show.
Hey, they get super meta, man. I would totally watch that.
Super meta, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a great sort of behind the scenes, the making of, because the show at the beginning necessarily wasn't a huge hit and then turned into.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would love to watch it.
They gave it a second season.
I think this one must be the damn best one.
Yeah? What would be a good behind the scenes story of making this movie?
Oh man, Bishop Don Juan from Chicago came to visit Eddie Murphy and brought him a pimp cup. And
What?
Yeah.
What is a pimp cup exactly? Just like a chalice? Like a
Pretty much.
With diamonds and
I gotta get one of those.
crystals on it.
Maybe this one.
Yeah, would this be a good story?
A making of the making of the making of?
Yeah!
So meta, right?
Super meta!
Yeah, no,
what would be the
I
best
think
behind the
so.
scenes story of what went on this set?
Oh, I don't know. I just think it was cool just of all the visitors that we would have and people showing up to support him and just to support the show, whether they were in it or not, or men trying to come in to be like, is there a part I can play? And I just be amused and I'd be like, there's not.
Did they let anybody in? Did people just walk on set?
I remember Snoop Dogg. Now I don't know if he was.
Snoop Dogg just walked on set?
Yeah, I don't know if he was already cast at that point or not, but I even knew that he's made it very clear that he has an affinity for Rudy Ray Moore. So I was kind of like, this makes sense.
Yeah, there were people in this movie I did not, because Snoop I knew because he was in the trailer, but there are other people who I don't want to reveal that are in this movie that I did not expect to be in this movie. Yeah,
I know. Is that exciting?
One of the things I truly love about this movie is how many times Rudy Ray Moore heard the word no. And it's a reminder that you're going to hear no in your life, and you got to keep pushing to be a success. I'd imagine to get in those 2 chairs, you guys heard no a lot in your life. What's the most important no you ever heard in your career?
The most important I think the most important no I heard in my career, I think I was in school, and I said to a professor, I said, I really want to play Horatio in Hamlet. I mean, that's like my dream. And he said to me, no, that's not your dream. Hamlet. You want to play Hamlet. And I never forgot. Now, ironically, 27 years later, I played Horatio. but that never left me, that you're allowed to dream bigger. Let your dreams be as big as they can be. You don't have to stop. I'm like, well, I mean, at least it's Shakespeare. I'll just play Horatio. You don't have to. You could play Hamlet. No. You should play Hamlet. And that's probably one of the biggest paradigm shifting no's I ever heard.
Wow, I love that.
I've had a lot of no's. I've heard a no quite a bit. I think in acting school at Purchase, we had a teacher, Joseph Stockdale. And Joseph Stockdale, one day, he asked us, what's your style? What's your style? Like that. And people, all of us, you know, we had like 18 years old, 19 years old, and we all had answers. He said, no, none of you have style. You haven't lived yet. You have to find your style. Live, and then you'll find your style. And I was like, man, okay, I don't have a style yet, but that makes a lot of sense. You gotta find your thing. Find what you do that's unique amongst the multitude, you know? And then that will become your own little flavor.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. God,
Thanks, Joe. Isn't that great?
These are great answers. You guys are amazing.
But that just gave me chills because I think about, Wesley Snipes.
Come closer, man.
It was almost too much. It was almost too much wisdom.
I kind of want to come over there.
You got chills.
We're going to get in here.
Oh my God, that was, what a moment. Okay, as we wrap up, I know because they're trying to pull me out of here. What am I? Am I the first person to sit on your lap?
Yes, you are. Yeah, first person.
Yes,
definitely.
First. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. I went on an audition one time, and a lady, I knew I wasn't getting the part, but in the room she said, learn what you're doing. You got talent, you got some powerful people behind you. Figure out how to audition. And it was basically an important lesson in knowing I wouldn't get that part.
That's amazing. Do you remember what the part was?
I don't.
No.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter, because look where you are.
200 auditions.
Look where you are. Wow, I don't know. Mike, what about you?
Well, you know, I was supposed to play Richard Pryor. That's him right there.
Wow. You can take that if you want to. I really want to hear that phone call now.
You know, yeah, nigga. You know, I was supposed to play Richard Pryor, and that was an important no. But you know, you never know. Sometime in this business, a no can be a yes. You never know what comes out of it. So,
because you never know what you're going to get out of turning that one down. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I had an agent tell me that I would never be a TV star, let alone make it into film, because I was too dark.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep, I sure did. And I think that might have had more to do with what her reach was.
Her personal reach.
So that it did not. But I remember thinking like, shit. Like, well, first of all, I was like, bye, girl.
Yeah.
So she's fired. Long time ago. But that was an important no, because I was so flummoxed as to how she didn't see the vision that I saw. So that sort of made me fight even harder. But I get told no all the time, and I still fight through. I just don't talk about it a lot. But you know, I go back home and I recalibrate and I figure out how to handle the vultures.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, and then you're sitting at the Emmys going,
I never do that.
See, that's why you're a good person. That's why I'm not sitting there.
That's right. That's why he's there.
That's why you're a good person.
I never do that.
See, good for you. Good for you. One of the things I most love about the character Dolemite, his catchphrase. Dolemite is my name, and I can't say the rest because this is
Yeah.
If you guys are gonna have a catchphrase, Wesley is my name, Keegan is my name.
Oh my
How
gosh.
would you end it? What is your game?
Wesley is my name, and
Oh, he's good at this.
It's coming. It's coming.
Wesley is my name, and being on the plane and rugged or something, I'm trying to be insane, and I said I don't hit my brain, and I don't know how to rap, and I'm feeling good as that, and then
I know. So we would do that sometimes. And he could just run that rap. Yeah. Let me see. Keegan-Michael is my name, and I don't know. Helping you be the best is my game. I don't know.
You guys absolutely.
That's some bullshit.
Oh, guys, this is the best movie I've seen in a while. This is amazing.
Keenan is my name, and pounds and pounds and pounds is my game. That's more like it. Pounds and pounds.
I live in England.
Pounds and pounds.
What would the end of the catchphrase be? What is your game?
Take your panties off.
That sounds good. I like that. Can we? It's on. Oh my God. It's on the necklace. Oh, I want one of those. In the Craig Robinson store online, I'm going to buy one. I like it. Mike, what about you?
Mine would be quick and the cat can lick his ass.
This is the best interview ever, I swear to God.
Do it fast and quick and the cat can lick his ass.
I feel like that would make Rudy Ray Moore very proud to hear that one. I love that.
Oh, you're doing good ones today.
Yeah, he is.
To rhyme with game.
Yeah. Davon is my name, and something is my game.
Oh, and
Titus is my name, and living authentically is my game.
Yes. Yes.
That is good.
I love that.
It's the truth. I've always lived authentically.
Yeah.
I love that.
I would say
Flaws and all.
Yeah, I would say Davon Joy Randolph is my name, and telling truthful stories of our people is my game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, every time I interview, you're always incredibly kind to me, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for always giving me great movies to talk about. It makes my life much easier. So
My
you
man.
guys are good guys.
Good
Thank you very
interview,
much.
man.
Good to see you
Appreciate
guys.
it, man.
Take care.
So you can interview me as much as you want.
I'll take it. Well, if you guys ever come to Chicago, I have a very comfortable fold-out couch, and you're welcome to it. You're welcome to it.
Thank you.
Guys, I love you guys. Thank you for being good people. Really. Thank you for
Thank
making
you
great
so
projects.
much.
Thank you. Guys are trying to pull me. You guys are amazing. You guys are incredible. Thank you for always being kind. I appreciate it.
That was so